Hi, everybody. We are doing the U-Texas for falling objects today, and I'm going to do questions 1 through 4 all together because they're multiple choice. But hey, let's just kind of talk about it and get a good understanding. Even though it's not a problem where we have to do calculations, let's talk about it together. Okay? Are you ready to have that dialogue? Good. I'm looking forward to having this conversation with you. All right. So. Questions 1, 2, and 3 are really questioning your faith in gravity. Do you have that faith? I know you do. And that faith is that we know that gravity is always, always, always negative 9.8. The acceleration of gravity is always negative 9.8, meaning it's always pulling down with negative 9.8, or always with 9.8. So, the first question is saying it's going to, you have acceleration of gravity, 9.8. And if you throw it downward instead, what happens to the acceleration? Nothing happens to the acceleration because the acceleration is just once it's in the air by itself, how much more does it speed up? So the acceleration always stays the same. Gravity always has to be 9.8 pulling down. There you go. All right. Next one. Well, what if you throw a stone straight up? What's going to happen to gravity? Well, once again, gravity will always be pulling with 9.8 straight down. Okay, well, but what if you shoot a bullet straight down? Okay, once again, it doesn't matter how. The only thing with all of these that changes is that you're talking about the initial velocity. The initial velocity can be whatever it's going to be, but once it starts falling, gravity will always pull down with 9.8 meters per second squared. Always, always, always. Okay, now, question number 4 asks about the speed, and the speed is velocity, but speed is talking about it doesn't care about direction. So I want you to right away, don't worry about the negative, okay? Speed means take the absolute value. All right, take the absolute value of whatever velocity you get. So what happens to the speed? Don't worry about negatives. So what's going to happen to that bullet speed after it is fired? So is it going to be equal to 0? That means the bullet would stop in the air and not go anywhere. Okay, meters per second, ooh, that's not gravity. We're not talking about gravity and acceleration. We're talking about speed, okay? So is it always less than the initial speed? Well, that would be weird, right? You fire a bullet and it immediately slows down, so that ain't happening, okay? And again, notice that we're saying ignore air resistance, so don't worry about air resistance. Is it equal to its initial speed? Well, that would be interesting, but the initial speed is going to speed up. Gravity, we already said, gravity is going to make something accelerate. Okay? I'm going to go some other ones. First, slower than its initial speed, and then faster. That doesn't make sense. You're going to shoot it. It's going to be slow and then speed up. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, equal to 9.8 meters per second squared. That would be an awesome answer if it was asking about acceleration, but it's not. It's asking about speed. Okay, so is it going to be always greater than or equal to? Is it going to be first faster and then slower? Okay, one more. That's just dumb. No, it's not going to do that. So the only thing you got left is that it's always greater than or equal to. So it's equal to first when it leaves the gun, but it immediately speeds up because of gravity. So your right answer is right here. Greater than or equal to the initial speed. Thanks so much for watching.